What's good, y'all? It's your girl, Galaxy Queen Star. I hope everyone is doing good this evening. So thank you for the viewership on my last two videos. Okay, it's rising, keep rising to the top. So I'm very happy about that. All right, so I would like to continue New Jersey Twerk versus Real Sick. This is from Civil War Round 2. Twerk goes first. Now he's nice and calm at first. I just read about a mass genocide in India. I couldn't even think no more. I'm talking innocent women and children dying from the senseless war. I wanted to send a prayer to God, because I know in the U.S. we don't see things like this before. ... Dear Heavenly Father, I know we struggle down a path of righteousness, so forgive us, Lord. And for every person that got out there in South Asia, I'm about to send you more. That's exactly how he did it, y'all. He looked up in the air. I'm about to send you more. And then acted like he had a gun, you know. So in the beginning of the bar, he seemed so genuine and so like he really, cared and so much concern. But of course, at the end of the bar, he didn't really feel that way. He's telling God, I'm about to send you more people, that's about to die, which is from South Asia, and that's real sick. Next bar. I'm talking clips galore. Kill them all. I figure the more people died out there in Asia, that's just more liquor that Singapore. Clip them all. So we know real sick name is Sukhwinder Singh. Okay, so I like at the end of the bar when he says that's just more liquor that Singapore. Okay, that's a play on words for Singapore. Singapore is actual country in Asia. Okay, so Singapore. Know how you pour liquor for your dead homies? All right, next bar. I was sitting home. Phone got to ringing off. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I picked up. Smack gave me my opponent. I hung up quick. I got to tucking grips, clutching fifths, up in sticks. A bunch of shit. Soon as I found out I got sick, I did everything. It's a bucket list. So you know what a bucket list is. Okay, a bucket list is just basically things that you would like to do before you die. Okay, so I'm sure you heard of it before. Okay, so he goes, I did everything. It's a bucket list. I'm finna dump this bitch. Okay, so next bar. You can't come around my way, fam. You gonna need your heat. I mean, we both from Jersey, but I'm really from the meanest streets. You from the other side. Beautiful grass cut, trees and leaves. I'm from the block. We had pills, coke, weed, and lean. No time to even eat. I'm talking peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And then it's back to feed the streets. No time for Roscoe's chicken and waffles. So we had to settle for P&B. So when he said that, y'all, the crowd was like, oh, no, he didn't. You know what I'm saying? It was fire bar, but it's like, damn, this is kind of a fresh situation here. Because P&B is a rapper who died just recently this past summer. He died, he was shot and killed in the restaurant Roscoe's Roscoe Chicken and Waffles, literally shot and killed dead. Okay, and that happened in LA. But of course, in this bar, they had to settle for, when he said it had to settle for P&B, peanut butter and jelly, because he mentioned that in the earlier bar. All right, next bar. Merciless. It's petty killers that I'm working with. I charge 60, give them 50, then take my little paper off the top. It's a Hershey kiss. Burn this bitch. You don't know what I'm working with. If your mother knew the company I keep, she'd be worried sick. So I like this bar. A Hershey Kiss, little Hershey Kiss is basically a little chocolate candy, and it has like that little foil paper on it. You gotta just take the top off. But of course he didn't mean that. It's just a bar. He meant that he said it's petty killers he's working with. He charged 60, give them 50. So basically he charged for the work, give them some paper, and then he says, then take my little paper off the top, meaning take his cut, his money from the top, from what he's given to them, the work, drugs or whatever. And then at the end of the bar, he says, if your mother knew the company I keep, she'd be worried sick. He's battling real sick, so she'd be worried out her mind, or she'll be worried about her son real sick. So that's a nice double entendre. Next bar. I don't want to hurt that bitch, because she still kept you. She grew you, raised you to be nice and strong. She had to meal prep you. Be ashamed to tell her I gotta kill that dude. I don't want to see her crying. Gotta give rest in peace to her arm. Gotta give rest in peace to her son on her arm. I would feel bad too. Your mother's from India. She's used to henna. She never thought she would have had to get a real tattoo. So in the bar, he said, gotta give rest in peace to her son on her arm. Okay, and you know Indians, they usually have that henna tattoo, but it's not real ink. It's actually a dye that they put on their skin. Okay, so in the end of the bar, he said she never would have thought, she thought she would have had to get a real tattoo. She never thought she would have had to get a real tattoo. So that's a double entendre, because he's battling real sick. So she didn't think she would have to put real sick, rest in peace on her arm, or just get a real tattoo in general, because she usually used the henna tattoo, which would be dye. All right, so that's a double entendre. Next bar. Bitch, I'll blaze a shell, grab the shotgun and get to raising hell. If you don't want the paper to read, dead 5'9" South Asian male, you better take this L, or I'll pistol whip you so hard your brain will swell. Grab the sticks and beat this real sick kid ass. Bitch, I'm Dave Chappelle. So do y'all remember the scene? Remember Dave Chappelle used to have his own show, and in the episode, it was a particular episode where it was a white cancer patient, okay? But he was in his own home, in his room. He was playing video games. He always wanted to meet Dave Chappelle. So the mother brings Dave Chappelle in. Chappelle plays video games with the boy, and he's literally kicking the boy's ass in the game, you know, and this boy is coughing, acting like he about to pass out. He's telling Dave Chappelle, don't you see I'm sick? And Dave Chappelle don't even care. He's still trying to kick the guy's ass, the son, you know, the little boy's ass, being very competitive in the game. Okay, so it was just a funny scene. So that's where he get that bar from at the end. Grab the sticks and beat this real sick kid ass. Bitch, I'm Dave Chappelle. Last bar. They done book you with Mr. Break the Country Down. Bad mistake. You must be on some Molly thinking shit sweet until I grab the pole and then mark him out, but that can wait. He be up here spitting at a rapid pace. Y'all should lyrically fear me. I'll slide, pick, and then roll. A blade from my hip will just go hit the occipital globe. Nigga, we ain't even hearing you clearly. I think you a fake disaster. A conspiracy theory. So when he said that, everybody was like, oh. And when you think about it, you know who Disaster is. He's the battle rapper in the UK. He's been around for ages. Some people even have him on their Mount Rushmore of battle rap. Okay, but Disaster, okay. When I thought about it, I was like, wow. Now that I think about it, he do kind of, you know, they resemble each other and they kind of sound alike a little bit, you know what I mean? So now he had a scheme in his bar when he had said, you must be on Somali. Somali is Somalia, thinking shit sweet, Sweden, until I grab the pole and Poland, till I grab the pole and Denmark him out, Denmark, but that can wait, Kuwait. So those are countries. Somalia is from East Africa, Sweden is Europe, Poland is Europe, Denmark is Europe, and Kuwait is in the Middle East. So he had a very good round. Great bars, double entendres, and schemes, okay? He's very exciting to watch. Everybody knows that. And he always gives a great performance when he's on point. You know, he had no chokes. He had no stumbles. Very impressive. All right, so I knew it would be hard for Real Sick to beat Twerk. All right, so Real Sick goes round 2. The guy's dope. But he be making up words in his lines, though. Remember he told Nitty, Land of Lakes, if I don't see nothing but a stick, I'ma win by a big margin. Margarine is kind of close. I don't know. Why, bro? You said margin instead of margarine. You forgot the A-R. I won't. And everybody was like, oh, because you know AR is a gun. Okay, so basically in this bar, he's talking about the bar that Twerk said in the battle against Rum Nitty. Okay, and instead of him using the word margarine, which is butter, he says margin, a big margin, So it was, he's basically saying it was a reach, but I don't think it was really a reach. Okay, so he goes, you forgot the AR in the margarine to make it margarine. But AR could be a gun. All right. So he goes, I won't forget the AR. So that was fire. Next bar. Die slow, eyes closed. I left him incapacitated. This the second reenactment of Kennedy's assassination. Hit your head till we see half your brain extend like it's elastic. Wait, I don't know how I thought of that. Must be a stretch of the imagination. So that was kind of nice. Kennedy's assassination happened years ago, I believe in the 60s. He was shot in the head. Okay, so in the bar, when he says, we see half your brain extend like it's elastic, must be a stretch of the imagination. Okay, imagination, a stretch of your brain, because imagination is through the brain. All right, so next bar. I'm on my Doctor Strange. The way I walk through this round gonna be out this world. No cosign or applause. Chrome 9 to your thoughts. Shoot your brain out your skull. I won't mind it at all. No time for the talk. Your soul fly to the Lord. 4 or 5 to your core. Every bone by it is off. Your left so wide it'll fall. Right going slide when it's tore. Like a DJ at a wedding. I need both sides on the floor. So at a wedding, the DJ at the reception want both sides of the family on the floor, like the groom side and the bride side. Okay, so in the beginning of the bar, he said he's on his Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, the movie Doctor Strange. Okay, in that multi-universe world, he be walking around and stuff. And then at the end of the bar, I already explained that. DJ at a wedding, need both sides on the floor. Next bar. This Jersey, I've been repping, but they think less of SIKH's presence. Even Suge said I'ma get left in this setting. What evidence you got he gonna win? Quit guessing. I asked for proof if you know Suge, but that'll be a trick question. So he trying to play Suge. I guess Suge must have talked to Real Sikh and let him know, oh, this is not your setting. You ain't on his level. So he's trying to play Suge like the trick. Everybody know that angle of trick and Suge. Next bar. Well, actually, the trick situation was with Arsenal, really. But because Arsenal and Suge is both from Jersey, now they be wanting to use that trick angle for Suge as well. Next bar. You know what shook his pride? He was drunk and tried to look alive. Couldn't drive with his eyes wide open, so he took a dive. Shit, after that accident, you don't remember the same. I bet you wish the roads you crashed was memory lane. So, wow. So, New Jersey Twerk he was involved in a bad car accident. Okay, that he almost died, actually. All right, I remember he was supposed to do a battle. I forgot with who, but he wound up getting into a really bad car accident. All right, so he almost died. He got really, messed up. Even if you see his face to this day, he got a lot of scars on his face due to that crash. So when he battles on stage, Real Sikh is trying to say, your memory is messed up because you're always choking and, on stage and everything when you battle. So I bet you wish the roads you crashed was memory lane. So you could remember your bars, when you spitting because you always choking. All right, so that's basically what he's trying to say. Next bar. He said, of course I still walk by faith, and sometimes I drive by too. Last time you drove by faith, your car flipped 5 times too. You was barely alive in a hospital bed, losing the will to live, but fans got you conscious again. The culture cheering you on is what dragged you out the slump. And all them years of clapping in a coma, and we had to clap you out of one. So, Twerk's famous slogan, clap you in the coma, madness. Next bar. And still, he always choking, seemed like he lost his focus. I would have thought the moment his car was broken, it would have gave him automotive, like motive to, you know, do better, automotive. So it was just okay. You know, he had some pretty good bars, but he did have a lot of filler as well. Some of his bars were not hitting, you know, it was kind of quiet when he would spit some of his bars. Okay, so I do feel like Real Sikh needs more practice. You know, he's still fairly, fairly new of a battle rapper. Okay, he tried his best to fight back, but he just didn't have enough for Twerk, you know. So Twerk, I gave this round to Twerk as well. All right, so please like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys later.